Jim Krenn, no restrictions on the current podcast network. We're here with Sereny. We're at Castle Blood. It's Halloween month. It's October. We are taking you on a tour with Ghosts and That. I'm talking the best ghost hunting tour of all time. Right, Sereny?
Well, the only one I've ever been on, and it's absolutely the best. No question. Hands down, the best one.
Get ready. Turn all the lights out.
Yes.
If you're listening, turn all the lights out also. If you're watching, turn all the lights on.
Yep, get under the blanket.
Enjoy. Sereny, we're very afraid. Very afraid.
Yeah, terrified.
She jumped. Yes. Me, I handled it. That was tough.
I'm here with Paranormal Pup.
Yeah.
This guy detects ghosts.
It's a ghost hunter.
Let's not assume his gender. But yes, this is a very, very powerful puppy
Pooch.
here.
Yeah,
Pooch.
very powerful. Very powerful.
And he's going to tell us where the ghosts are in this place. So I'm excited.
And if you hear, as we go through this tour, if you do hear about my critique of my humor,
oh, yeah.
Don't pay attention.
Yeah, don't listen to that.
Tough audience. You'll see. Don't move.
The house was actually built by one of the founders of Monesson. And it's there's 4 founders of Monesson, there's only 2 of their houses still standing. This is one of them.
Okay.
So it was a funeral home for many, many years, 5 different funeral home owners, I believe. The last funeral home owner, his last name was Yoni. And we have had his granddaughter contact us about this house because her dad grew up in the house. They lived upstairs here. And she gave me a lot, this is after we've been ghost hunting here. She gave me a whole list of things that happened here. Upstairs, they were seeing like people that only had half a body that were walking down the hallway. One of their mother's friends or father's friends got pushed down the stairs, the back stairs, one night, and they just had a ton of strange things happening. And actually, last weekend before our ghost hunt here, the Undertaker's son was here before we got here and was talking to Ricky. He pulled up on his motorcycle and said that he didn't want to go in here, but he had a ton of crazy stuff that happened in here, and
He didn't want to come in?
didn't want to come in. Nope.
Wow.
Because he was freaked out.
He was emotionally
Didn't want to come in. So yeah, so this was a viewing room for many years. They used to put the caskets right over here in front of the window. So
right where you were standing.
yeah, so this is where the casket, would be, and they would file through there and go out the door there. So that's basically what this room was for. And you'll notice like Castle Blood, they put up a lot of fake walls and stuff up here because now it's a haunted Halloween attraction. They open up in October, they'll scare the crap out of you and boggle your mind with their puzzle games. So that's this area. Now, what we've experienced in here, now we've already talked a little bit about the girl last week who was getting her hair pulled over here on the couches and then ended up getting her head pulled back into one of the windows there. Was totally freaked out. We also get a lot of EVPs in here. That stands for electronic voice phenomena. Those are voices or noises that you don't hear with your own ears, but they're picked up on voice recorders, they're picked up on camera audio, and we hear them whenever we review it. So we get the name Alexander in here a lot.
Really?
It's a name that gets brought up. And it's interesting because whenever this is opened up for Halloween, all the actors in here, they have a character name. And the caretaker of Castle Blood, his name is Alexander.
Really?
And that's Alexander right up there.
Yeah.
That's,
That's a Pittsburgh word.
right there.
That is right.
So that's a name that gets thrown around a lot here, Or it could be just somebody named Alexander. We also have, some of our electromagnetic field detectors get set off in here.
They do set off?
Yep. We get set off. Some of our other equipment gets set off in here too. So this room is fairly active. Now, the girl getting her hair pulled and head pulled into the window, stuff like that does not happen very often.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm going to have a lot of questions.
Sure. You feel free to ask anything.
My first question is, the things that the spirits in here, do you think they're evil? Do you think they're bad?
No.
Like the pulling the hair, that seems kind of like a dick ghost.
It does. It seems.
Dick ghost.
If we say if you're a mean person in life, you're probably going to be a mean ghost in death. You know, but I wouldn't say there's anything evil here, like no demons or anything like that. But there could be somebody that's a little rude or mad that we're here. You never know.
There are asshole ghosts.
Yeah.
But you never know. But we say like if you're nice in life, you're probably gonna be nice in death.
Yeah.
Ghosts were people too.
Are there any ghosts that like give back rubs or like?
No.
Well, for $50 a half hour, the ghosts will do it. Wow. Yeah.
So that's this room.
Okay.
Does the machine, the EVP thing,
Yes.
could anything else make it go off? Because you said it goes off with the ghost. Could
Oh,
anything else?
the electromagnetic field detector.
Could anything
Yes.
else though make it? What makes it go off?
So, do you have one
Your
here?
cell phones.
So this is
Should we
this is a
leave them?
K2 meter here.
Not unless we're right up against them.
Oh,
Yeah.
so only if it's up against it will.
Up against it
Well,
or close.
close,
It depends on
yes.
what phone it is. What the
When you've
Yeah.
had it go off, I'm saying,
Well,
it was a
there's-
ghost, you think,
yeah.
or something
So-
like that. You're thinking.
Well, we make sure that we have it stationed where there's no electricity,
Right,
where
yeah.
there's
That's
no
what I meant.
phones that can interfere with
Right.
it, so we can get a true reading.
That's what I meant. So it's a true reading. So it's definitely a ghost. you're
Well,
saying. Or-
we can't say definitely is a ghost,
Yes,
but
we can speculate.
the
that-
readings from natural things are different than maybe something paranormal. Like if we put down here to the ground, there's going to be there's a constant.
Yes.
That's not paranormal. That's wiring that's running underneath the floor there.
Okay.
But as we go up, that'll dissipate. Now, if something all of a sudden comes here where there's no EMF
Right.
field at all, that would be unusual. And there have been times where we've been able to kind of follow it around the room. Not necessarily this room, but
Right, but wherever it's moving.
wherever it may be.
Right.
So that is something that's more on the paranormal side of things,
Yeah. Interesting. I was wondering. Yeah.
Yeah.
And high EMFs have also been associated with hauntings, making people sick and that type of thing. But electrical outlets can give off EMF. Running water can give off EMF. Copper wiring can give off EMF. So you generally are supposed to kind of sweep the area beforehand to see where those could be coming from, so that if you get a hit, could it be coming from wiring or is it maybe something else?
I'm just amazed at how huge
Maybe the stuff that they're getting ready for the lab. It was a home for wayward women for a while. And there's a lot of rumors around town about what that means exactly,
Okay.
and we've never really been able to get a clear answer on that from
Yes.
anybody really either. But that was another life of this building.
We're not even sure if it was before 1930s or not, but I've just got a lot of women up here, and we also get a child that runs through the hallway a lot, and hence that's why we put the dog there as a trigger item. Yeah.
What do you mean by sex? You said there's sex. What do you mean sex? Why is it the sex here?
We've heard the
Moaning?
noise, moaning,
Really?
and we said, "What are you doing?"
You're
And
having a good time even after I think up. See, there's still hope.
we've actually asked them, "What are you doing?" and they've said, "Have sex." We've talked to the one gentleman here. He says he's the boss of the women.
Oh, really?
So yeah,
Oh,
so
that
that's
was a
why it
pimp.
makes me believe it's during that time frame. Yeah, we don't talk to the
pretty
child as much. We use the dog as a trigger item. If the child's here, can you touch it? And maybe the dog will go off.
Oh, I
Then
see.
maybe we're assuming we're talking to a child, but you never know.
Wow.
So we're up here. We gotta put
I just saw
Jim in this chair, right?
Yeah, so that's
Here.
the chair. Everybody sits outside the hallway, and then they want to leave because they get nervous.
No,
What
you're
do
letting,
I do? What do I do?
you're
Sit
the
there?
believer.
Well, no, that's
Like a
when
ghost
we
chair?
start doing the ghost hunt.
Ah,
Put
okay.
the dog out there. A little girl likes to run up and down the hallway.
I just don't.
I just love these. I'd love to eat my Lucky Charms out of that little thing. The skull bowl. Cool.
I think what it is
Where do you
when
get
the
this
lights are out, then they
Yeah.
see these spooky dolls, and then their backs towards the hallway. Not being able to see down the hallway kind of freaks people out
Yes.
more
So I'm
than
gonna
what's
sit
going
in that chair.
on.
What's gonna happen?
Usually, the little girl likes to set the dog off out in the hallway
I
there.
see.
So you kind of get like a little weird feeling.
So
Do
okay.
people ever feel like dizzy? Do they ever say like,
Oh, yeah.
I feel dizzy,
People
or
get
like
sick up here
lightheaded?
sometimes.
I've had some guys.
Yeah.
You can't tell if it's the coffee
Cat-
medicine or
Cast members of Castle Blood, whenever they're up here, they get sick. We've also had people on our ghost hunts get sick up in this area.
I've had
too.
some guy leave. I did this area one time, and I had some guy leave on me too.
Oh,
It is-
He got sick.
I've had like a briefcase full of Mucinex, so I'm sure that's
Oh.
what it is. But
This is the area too. This is the area where the family lived whenever it was a funeral home. So this was their living quarters. So this is where I got the email from the granddaughter where they talked about seeing everything in here because this is the area where they
That's pretty
normally were.
interesting. Yeah, they lived in the funeral home.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that was in the day, back in the day.
One
they
of
did
funeral
that,
homes
huh?
like that today that people would still live upstairs.
There are some.
yeah,
Mhm.
the one in Northside. Yeah.
Yeah?
They live in it, which is insane to
Interesting.
me.
Pretty cool.
Do you guys ever get scared? Like doing the haunting? Do you ever
Did
feel?
it run out?
Or are you just
I've been
totally?
I've been scared once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you?
Here?
I didn't. I have no idea.
Yeah, we were scared once at another location where we both got to the area we wanted to investigate, and we looked at each other and saw exactly the same shadow figure that they were crossing this way. So I saw one from right to left, he saw it left to right, and we just stopped. So we did an EVP, and then he said they were coming towards us.
Really? They're running down the hallway
Yeah,
towards
so
us.
at that point in time, like, we were both kind of a little freaked, and I
Yeah.
don't know why, but
You're
it
a little
just...
freak.
I
Patty
think
goes, can you tell him to stop? I said, you can stop now!
Oh
They're like,
that was the only time I
Did they
really got
stop?
freaked
yeah,
out.
they just disappeared.
Dude,
They
listen.
just went
I
away.
mean, they really can't do much to you. I guess it was just because it was just us two, and it was
Listen.
completely dark in an abandoned place, and we had just did an EVP where they called my name out to come down, and I think that just played a part of
Who called your name?
the
Spirits.
spirits.
They
He-
did?
Yeah, he had asked. We saw you down there at the end of the hallway. Do you want myself, Patty, or both of us to come down? And we got my name.
So, and it was audible. You could hear.
And when we played
We
it back
play
on the
it back
recorder,
on the
yeah.
More like,
Okay.
it's more like
Not physically with your ears.
Well, this
Yeah.
wasn't me.
wow, I hear my
Yeah.
name a moment ago.
So that was the only time I think we got really freaked out. But other than that,
Yeah.
you know, doing our
You're
events
pretty
and stuff.
desensitized.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm kind of afraid. I don't want to see a ghost. I'd be afraid to see
You do want to see one or you
I
don't?
don't. I don't. No.
I do because I want to believe.
Yeah, I want her to see.
So you want to believe?
I do,
Yes, I
but I
believe
just
you.
can't.
You're
My
skeptical.
my
gotta
skeptic
get her-
mind won't let me.
Skeptic. We're skeptics
Just
too,
open
though. Whenever
yourself up.
you know,
I'm here.
we're skeptical too.
Expected.
We don't think that everything is a ghost. You know,
Right.
if our meter's going off, we're like, oh no, it's a ghost, or we hear a voice, we're like, oh, it's a,
Right.
you know, we're not like that. We, you know, we want to know what the truth is.
Yes.
When it comes to
Trying to
something.
approach it open-minded.
Right, exactly. So, but we all have encountered things that are unexplainable. You know, what are those things? It's tough to say.
Mhm.
You know, because when it comes down to it, nobody knows what a ghost is.
No.
Nobody knows what a ghost is. There's theories, there's ideas, and you know, but nobody has the answer. And if anybody says that they have the answer, they're lying because they can't have the answer.
Thank you. I love this guy.
But there is something out there. What is it?
But you say the
Yes.
answer is you said there's no ghost. That's an answer.
I just think until there's proof, there's nothing. There's exactly what he said. He said it perfectly. I'm 100%.
But he believes there's a possibility.
Yeah, I don't.
You're
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
there's no possibility.
No, I don't think so.
Well, maybe after you experience, because before.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the way I started out, I was just always interested in it. I saw it on TV, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. But I didn't consider myself a believer until I
Right.
went out there and experienced some things on my own. I'm like, you know what, guys? There's something to this.
Okay.
You know. So
Well, that's fine.
tonight's the night.
Yeah, I hope so.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm open to it.
That's something. We can't promise paranormal activity. We can't
Right.
snap our fingers. It's not like a dog, and we can say sit, and magically things are going to happen, and ghosts are going to come out of the walls and scream in your face. But we're going to try our best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. 1, 2. Okay, guys. So what we're doing here is we're going to do an EVP session.
Okay.
All right. So basically, what we're going to do is we have a voice recorder here. This voice recorder is a very popular paranormal voice recorder. It's called the Panasonic DR60. It was manufactured in the 90s by Panasonic, and paranormal investigators today say that it works really well. It's probably the most sought after paranormal tool that's out on the market right now. So they're hard to find. This is the same voice recorder that they use on some of the TV shows. Ghost Adventures uses this, and some of the other ones. Gets really interesting results. So during an EVP session, what we're going to do is we're going to push record on this, and then we're going to ask some questions.
Okay.
Then we're going to do a playback.
To the ghost.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can ask anything that you'd like.
All right.
You never know what's going to work.
Okay.
You can ask things, you know, did you pass away here? Did you own this building? You know, or you can ask them, what do they like on their pizza? You know, you never know what's going to work.
Okay.
Just don't whisper during it and leave about 5 to 10 seconds in between each question.
Okay.
You guys ready?
You're gonna run two of them?
Let's just run one.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so here we go. All right, this is Brett in the parlor room at Castle Blood, September 25th. Hello? Who's in here with us tonight?
Is the tall man here?
Tall man.
Could you tell me how many people are here with us?
Is Alexander in here with us?
That's good.
You didn't speak Pittsburghese.
What are you wearing?
Are you Steeler fans?
Do you know anyone in this room?
Could you make Sereny a believer?
Can you make a loud banging noise for us?
All right, we'll take a little tap. All right, it squeaked. Not asking for much.
All right, let's do a playback on here, see if we caught anything.
Okay.
All right. So this voice recorder is voice activated. So
Okay.
it's only going to play back if we're talking or if something's coming through.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Play that.
It's not like I said I can't.
What did it say?
I can't hear.
I can't.
I can't hear. I can't
Say that
hear.
one more time.
Here, I can't. So
See if you guys can make it up.
Holy
I
mackerel.
can't-
Oh,
Feel.
I can't feel.
I can't
Put it up
feel.
again. Put it up.
No, I heard
Let
it.
her do it again. Somebody.
I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
I heard. I
can't-
can't.
You heard
but I
that.
can't.
Can't
hear a
something.
message, yeah.
Well,
I can't hear you. That's what I heard.
it was pretty clear.
Yeah, that's good.
that was pretty
Yeah,
clear.
one more time.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
I
I
swear.
heard
I
it.
heard
No, actually, I can't hear
I
you.
can't.
can't hear you.
You can't
So
hear
we need
us.
to talk louder.
Can you hear us now?
Could you make any noise at all to let us know this exists? You're here. Anything.
Why can't you hear us?
Did you wear a hearing aid in your past life?
You go to a lot of rock concerts. Just speak here. Yeah. Hi.
Wait, play
Whoa.
the play it back.
What did that say?
Wait.
What was that one?
So wait a second. So pause that. So I don't know if you guys were talking back and
No.
forth there,
Not the rock
but
concert.
I heard whenever you said
No, not
rock
the rock
concert, I heard something say you're not funny.
Hey.
I mean,
It sounded like Sereny would say.
She might say that.
Play that back.
Well, she would say that, but she wouldn't say it now.
Because I don't.
Right?
I don't know.
I want to hear it.
Let's play that back
I
then.
know you're a comedian too.
Yeah, no, hecklers are good too. I heard it.
Oh.
Clear.
I'm
funny.
Wait, play it for her. Play it for her again, clear. I want her to make sure she hears it. Listen to this, would you?
You're not funny.
Heckling ghosts.
Jim, that ghost doesn't like you.
I got a lot of them, believe me. It's part of the game.
Sereny believes.
Part of the
No,
game,
I
baby.
don't.
Did you hear that? It's clear. Yes, it is clear. Listen. She's not believing.
I hear it. I hear
She's gonna
something.
ride home. She's gonna say, listen to it. Get it.
I don't know, man.
That's
That's
the
it.
clear-
Come on.
If you
Huh?
hear
other
from
one
a distance,
Come on.
you can hear better from a
Okay.
distance. Like when it's up near me, I couldn't hear, but then
Did
you hear it or no? You went like
back.
It said you're not.
I also the
I'm
other
a
one.
comedian. I hate hearing that.
I can't hear you. I heard.
Silence.
I can't hear you for sure.
Unless it was
No
Jake
question.
saying it real low.
Oh, I didn't say it. That's creepy.
Sereny would have said it louder. You're not funny. But come on. No, that was clear as could be. Like
Not
that.
clear as can be.
That-
This is
Don't
you speaking clearly.
baby play it. Don't
Play it.
listen it up to your ear.
Just, yeah, play it from over here.
One more time, go.
All right, let me play from back here, see if you get it.
I heard it better when it's closer. All right. All right. If we can move on, I believe it.
Tell them hello.
Can you
Something-
slow
say
it
hello.
down?
Hello.
Yes.
Tell him hello.
Can you slow it down?
Tell them hello.
Tell them hello.
Just slow down. You're not funny. You get that in clear. No, because in the right home, she's not gonna believe it. I'm gonna say,
Tell them hello. That. Tell them hello.
I heard that pretty clear.
It's pretty clear.
Tell him hello.
Yeah. I heard it.
I slow it down one, not two that time. We went through.
Am I supposed to be in a hallway?
Yeah. Vulnerable.
Vulnerable.
You're vulnerable.
This is where the baby runs around.
You hear whispering.
This is called the Phasma box. It works like a spirit box where it scans through radio frequencies. It scans through 5 radio frequencies. Spirits are supposed to talk through that white noise. It does have a sound bank where the spirits can manipulate the sound. So you may hear a very harsh man's voice, you may hear a child. You're going to hear different voices, and that's through the sound bank through the Phasma box. It is real time, so when we ask questions, you're going to be able to hear it now instead of like the DR60 where we have to play it back. So we're going to go ahead. Just tell me if this is loud enough or too loud. Hello? It's Patty, and I have a group of friends here with me that want to talk with you. We mean you no harm. We just want to find out some information about you. Can you tell us hello?
Sometimes.
Well, could you at least say right now hello? We got special guests here that come to talk to you. Can you tell me how many people are in the room with us right now? 10? Did you say 10?
Sound like it said 10 again.
Sure. Jim doesn't want to be in the home.
No, you don't should be alone.
Do we like you, Jim? I heard something like.
Do you like Jim?
Do you remember who Jim is?
Are you nervous? It's up there with
It's up there.
I heard, are you nervous? And I heard, it's up there with something.
Is there too many people in this room for you to talk to us?
It's a no. No, that's okay.
So you like having us here then? To do this.
Get the plants, yeah.
What do we gotta do?
Did you turn the recorder on?
So my friends have some devices in their hands. They're not gonna harm you. You know how they work. All you have to do is go buy them. They'll light up pretty colors. Maybe if you can light them up red for us.
For Jim Krenn.
This is how we know where you're at in the room. Or you can touch. There's the dog.
The dog. It's the dog going on.
Thank you for touching the dog. Can you step away now?
Just think if you're sitting back in the...
Thank you. No, walk away from the dog, please.
Can you come over towards us?
Can you go sit off that? There's another little red thing out there. Can you walk over to that?
What's that say? What is it?
Something about a toy.
Toy. Yeah, a toy.
Do you like the dog? If you like having us here, can you light one of these devices up red?
Sounds like an Anderson Paak song.
Look, it's moving a little bit. I got a little bit of light. Are you real?
Can you say her name? Yes? Okay, we'll say her name.
Sereny.
Can't write.
Carrington. Sereny. Tried. Sereny.
You're flickering. Are you by your phone?
You're having problems.
They're having
They're having
problems.
problems?
Can you say Jim?
No, don't say that.
You're listening? Can you say Jim for us?
Oh, look. What?
He's a Jim.
Did you live here or work here?
What'd she say?
Say something? Yeah.
Maybe it was 5.
My
The
God.
little girl that we just heard? Sweetie, can you go touch the dog? You want to go pet the dog?
Oh my God. What'd you say?
By your hand?
By your hand.
By whose hand? Or do you need us to hold your hand?
If Sereny puts her hand out, could you touch it? Could you touch her hand, please? She does not believe you exist. Could you tell her you exist? Could you touch her hand? She does not believe you. She does not believe you exist, this girl. I don't want to. Doesn't want to. Okay. Okay.
What would you like to do?
Nothing?
Nothing. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that's what we like doing.
Yeah.
Jesus,
It's our
Jim.
hobby.
Is God real?
They say there's no answer? Is that what it
Yeah,
said?
I heard something
Is
answer.
God real? Is there a God?
Can you laugh so we know you at least have a sense of humor?
They never want to do what you ask.
He laughed. He just laughed.
Jake, are you getting all this?
There's your laugh.
All right, well, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell everybody goodbye.
Goodbye. See ya.
You're listening to Jim Krenn, No Restrictions, on the Pittsburgh Current Podcast Network. Pittsburgh Current, giving Pittsburgh a better alternative.
Jim Krenn, No Restrictions, on the Pittsburgh Current Podcast Network with Sereny. And we're having a great time. To kick off October, we wanted to come get spooky, get you in the mood for Halloween. It's the month of haunting, ghosts, and goblins, and all that good stuff, and candy, and everything else.
And we know how much you Pittsburghers love your haunted houses.
No better place than Monesson Blood Castle. Am I right?
Yep.
There's no better place.
Castle Blood. Blood Castle. Castle Blood.
I'm a little shaken.
So,
we just got done with it. Here's what I know. Seriously, Castle Blood. We got done with a tour with Ghosts and that. These guys here, okay, Tim, Brett, and Patty. They are a group that do this tour with Ghosts and that, and they have all the EVP things and the sound things to show you or to try to see. We're ghost hunting actually. And Sereny and I believe in ghosts. Sereny does not believe in ghosts, but now she does, I believe. How could you say no? We were on a ghost hunt, and the EVP came up once on a recorder type thing, and another thing that Patty had. Patty, when we were in the room, what was that thing you had?
Phasma box.
Phasma box, which you can get at Bed
like
Bath & Beyond. So they have those. They're really nice.
Yep.
And but it was rather amazing. The Phasma. No, explain what it is.
It's like a spirit box that scans through 5 radio frequencies. So spirits will be able to talk through that white noise. It is real time, so when we ask questions, we'll be able to get that answer.
See? A spirit box.
Nobody's going to be able to hear her, though, because we just had some sound.
I need a spirit box in my car.
Set it up again.
Cut that and ask the question again.
Set it up, the Phasma box again, because that.
Oh.
Cycle.
Patty, explain the Phasma box.
What the Phasma box is, it scans through 5 radio frequencies, and spirits are known to talk through that white noise. It is real time, so when we go ahead and ask the question, we'll be able to hear the answer right on the spot.
And it is available at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah.
All Phasma boxes. Well, you know what? Can I get a Phasma box? Can anyone get a Phasma box?
Phasma box.
What's it called?
You're saying
I
Phasma.
said Phasma. What is it?
Phasma.
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 I always miss that one up. Phasma box. Okay, is that a through Sony TV Phasma box? The ghost picture. No, can I get a Phasma box?
You can. It is a program, but you need a computer with certain specifications.
Really?
Yes.
What Sereny?
Bed Bath & Beyond.
Sereny, you heard the ghost talking to us.
I don't know
you
what
don't know
I
what you
heard.
heard. What do you think? It's English. The ghost is speaking to you.
I would not qualify that as. I heard some words that I recognized. And
Where did they come from? Was Tim throwing his voice?
Well, that was my first thought. But no, I don't know. I don't know what I saw. I'm still skeptical.
How could you be skeptical? It was English.
I don't know. I heard some words. And there was like a reverb on it. It was very unusual. I will definitely give you that. It
Ghost
was
karaoke.
Freaky. It was ghost karaoke for sure. I felt a little uneasy for sure. Like when I was up there, I was feeling a little nauseous, a little dizzy, which they said is kind of normal. One of the things I heard like clear as day was "You're not funny."
Yes,
to Jim,
I-
which makes me think. Okay, maybe there is
Ghost
something
hecklers.
to this ghost hunting.
There are ghost hecklers. There are ghost hecklers, as I learned.
Yep.
But yeah, what happened was we were asking questions, and I asked the question. I said, because it couldn't hear at one point. The ghost said it couldn't hear.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, do you go to a lot of rock concerts or something? So I was trying to joke around, and the ghost said, "You're not funny."
Yeah.
Didn't like that joke, right, Brett?
And that was on the voice recorder. That wasn't on the
Yes.
Phasma box. So voice recorder during an EVP session, electronic voice phenomena. So we didn't hear that with our own ears, but picked it up on the voice recorder, played it back, and we caught that and a few other things. But very clearly heard, "You're not funny."
It was clear as
in
could be.
response to
to my joke
your
about the
joke.
rock
Apparently
concert.
a bad joke according
Well,
to the ghost.
Yeah, could be from the 1800s. They didn't have a lot of rock concerts. Maybe no, I don't know.
Could be that you're not funny.
Jokes are not translating in the ghost world. Maybe you don't know.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I would headline. I could kill in the ghost world. I just got to work on material.
Yep. Gotta
That was
work on
my
those
first
ghost
time
jokes.
telling jokes to ghosts. I never
Ghost-
did it before.
Ghost humor is.
You're gonna knock them dead.
Exactly.
Oh no.
Tim, thank you.
Good one, Tim.
Lines
Is
like
he
that.
funny? He's
Lines
funny.
like that. That is funny. Tim. That's a good joke.
I mean, it was freaky. I got to give you that. I've never experienced anything like that. It was freaky. I don't know how to explain what it is.
well, at least you got to admit there might be a ghost.
Yeah, there might be. There you go. Are you happy?
Yes.
There might be a ghost in this
I'm
house.
a little happy with that.
There
You
might
said
be.
there wasn't ghosts before.
In
Now,
the beginning, totally skeptical. No such thing as ghosts.
Yeah.
I don't believe in them now.
maybe.
But Sereny was the first person to jump tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, she was.
She was.
Somebody
That's-
else touched me.
Jake.
And Bake.
But still, no.
Yeah.
You jumped a few times when the
That's not
voices.
Well, I did this.
Oh, I saw you jump 10 feet with the one voice.
No, I didn't jump.
Right?
I didn't jump. I was scared, though.
You
It
were
was
scared?
scary.
Were you
I mean,
scared?
listen, it's the same sounds you hear when you watch a scary movie, like
Yes.
those like, wah, those big whooshes and like there was some child laughter is what it kind of sounded like to me. It's inherently scary sounding.
I wasn't.
Thing. It was
See, I
scary.
thought I was going to be the afraid one. I wasn't because I bombed.
You moved your chair close to us.
There was dead
We're a
silence.
little scared.
Yeah, she's
your
right.
chair came close to us.
I did
a
bring my.
lot.
Yes, I
and
was.
it kept coming closer.
I
and
did.
closer,
Yes, every
so.
time the ghost would say something, my chair's getting close to Patty and Sereny, and everyone's like, "Please save me."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get afraid. I'm afraid of ghosts. Do you guys ever get afraid when you're doing your tour?
Nope.
Yeah, I never. I get sometimes what I call them the heebie-jeebies. That's whenever like I get goosebumps and all my hair stands up on edge. If something's happening, or if I'm telling a story of something that had happened to me in that location, then I'll get kind of like on edge. I call them the heebie-jeebies. It's kind of in the paranormal community.
I've heard
It's
that
kind of
term
the
before.
feeling that we get, not necessarily whenever there's a ghost with us or something, but whenever we just get like a little scared, a little on edge. Yeah.
Or when you're alone, maybe. When you're alone,
Yeah.
it kind of gets a little more eerie.
Whenever
that'd
you're
be
by
really
yourself, it's a different feeling. You know, if you're by yourself and you know you're by yourself and you know all the lights are out, you
Feels
can.
like someone's watching
It
you.
does feel like somebody's watching you. Maybe somebody is. You know, we don't
Yeah.
know, but we've never like run out of a location or anything like that. But we have had guests that have been scared. We did have a girl that did pee her pants one time. She
Really?
peed herself. Yep.
Really?
Yep. Not at this location, but at a different one.
That's
So
scary.
that's that just means that I guess
We're back
our ghost hunts are effective. I guess.
Yeah.
But
That's
we,
a good credit for you guys.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, she was totally frightened. She was totally frightened. But you know, we always try our best to calm those people down. You know what I mean? We're not purposely trying to scare anybody or anything
Yeah.
like that. But people do come and they do get scared, and we've had people cry and all kinds of different things.
I almost cried
Yeah, definitely.
when the ghost said it wasn't funny. I'm taking
Yeah.
it personal. I really am sorry. Rick is the proprietor, owner of this place. Great place. Rick, you've been doing it a long time, right? Many years. You come on over, Rick. Say hi in front of the camera. Just want to get you on camera real quick, just to say hello.
And then we got to get a picture of 1988, Rick.
Yeah, that's
So-
all right, Ricky. That's all right. So, Rick, you've been owner of this place. You have known it's been haunted from the beginning. Did you, when you first bought this place, you knew it was haunted?
Well, we heard while we were moving to Monesson, we were in a little temporary place until we could get this place.
Okay.
And we started hearing stories about this place before we ever got into it.
All right. Anything violent happen here, or just
Not
nothing? Okay.
violent. Well, not violent when it was empty, because it closed as a funeral parlor in 2009, and we got it in 2014.
Oh, okay.
So for 5 years, it was party central and empty Sudafed boxes on the porch, and you just, you name it, right?
Oh, wow.
Sudafed.
Right. Well,
Classy.
right?
Wow, ghosts have
Yeah,
cold.
the valley, right? So we're unclear about some of the stories, but we had heard stories from older townies, that about the different funeral directors here, because it had been a funeral parlor since the 30s. It was built in 1905 by one of the guys that founded the city.
Okay.
Turned to a funeral parlor in the 30s, and under 4 different families was a funeral parlor until 2009. So we'd heard from my dad used to tell me about this guy, and stuff like that. And as we started building and being here late nights trying to get everything together, we'd get those heebie-jeebies, know.
Right. You'd feel
And
something.
or see shadows, or I don't like it when I'm looking at a light and a shadow comes between me and the light. It's not supposed to work like that. At least what my physics teacher taught me. But there was nothing, as she was saying, if you're going to make incredible claims, you need incredible proof.
Thank
Right,
you.
right.
And
Thank
we
you.
certainly didn't have the equipment to do that, or even to make maybes. We just knew this place seems messed up. So once we finally opened, the customers would start saying some of the same things that the cast members were when we were building.
I see. Yeah.
And some of those kind of chimed into stories I'd heard from some of the locals. Like always, we can never get clear pictures in this room that don't have a million orbs or dust bunnies, depending on what you believe.
Dust bunnies, thank you.
Wait a second.
Suspects.
You cannot be
But
skeptic
I've had
after
multiple
this.
people tell me there's a really tall, stern gentleman in that room that just watches over everything.
Heard about the tall guy.
But this is from cast members in the summer, from townies who think they know it's a former funeral director that was here, and then from the customers. And they're not corroborating with each other. They're telling me the same stories independently, which is when I go, excuse me, Ghost and Nat, ring, ring, you know.
So
Can you
that's
come
how-
figure out what's going on around here?
How did you find?
I met them at a convention.
Okay.
At Horror Realm up in Green Tree.
All right.
There was a display, and I'm like, could you come just look at my place? And
Wow.
you know, is this
that's
what you
happens. You guys
do?
came and you guys
Yeah.
saw, and then all of a sudden you thought, hey, something's going on here.
Yeah, so we do multiple locations throughout the Western Pennsylvania area. Castle Blood's definitely one of our favorite. And anytime anybody asks us to come into their location, we always go and do our own investigation there to see if there is paranormal activity there and what kind of paranormal activity is there before we invite people
Right.
to open it up for an event.
wanted to
So
have no- talking.
Ricky invited us out, and we came out. We did our investigation here, and we got some stuff. And actually, and Ricky didn't tell us anything before we came in. We came in kind of cold to the area, and there's no ghost stories about it online or anything like that to kind of tip us off. It's just kind of what we got when we came here, and some of the stuff that we got lined up with some of the things that Ricky told us after we had done our investigation. And it's like every time we're in here, we're building the story. We're finding out pieces of the puzzle. Who's here? Why are they here? Are some of the things that we find matching up with claims that cast members of Castle Blood have, or that some stories from the area. And every time we come here, it's always something different. Every once in a while, we run into the same people, but sometimes we'll hear from somebody and we'll never hear from them again.
Well, technology has changed the game for what you do, because what we heard, we could maybe have not heard maybe 15, 20 years ago, whatever, but I'm just saying, it's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know how modern that is, or the instrument we used, but it is pretty. I have a hard time thinking there is not ghosts after hearing that. I mean, I have to believe there's something.
Well, they say renovation's the number one thing that stirs up energy. So,
Okay.
And when you're
with
renovating,
Ricky constantly renovating the place,
I see.
maybe he's constantly stirring things up.
And I try to keep telling them, look, if we hadn't gotten this place, another couple years, they'd have torn it down. That's the kind
really,
of
Rick?
shape it was in.
Wow, is that something?
It
you
was in the
saved
county repository and everything. So I'm like, hey, spooky dudes, a little help here.
They helped you,
a
right?
little positive energy,
Yeah.
a little, we need to keep this going or we're all in trouble,
Tell our listeners if they want to visit, Rick. How do they do? Tell our
if they
listeners
want to
how-
visit the castle?
Yes.
Well, when I'm doing my fake stuff,
Yeah.
it's weekends in October.
Okay.
Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. It's definitely a different kind of show. It's a theatrical show, as you've seen the place now. It's
Yes. It's in
it
Monesson.
very does look like a home for vampires and monsters and weirdos and ghosts.
And it's the entire family welcome, all ages here?
Absolutely, yeah. And if you think the kids are too young, we actually do matinees at the end of the month on Sundays with the lights on, like it is now.
Okay.
So they can go trick or treating. But we have the regular scares and we have the animated props and all that stuff. But you're going through on a challenge and having to barter and deal with and run into characters that are going to want you to do things. And,
Okay.
we use a
Participatory.
lot of our techniques and a lot of magic-y things
Okay.
and technology too to make things happen in a fake way.
It's an entertainment thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there also happen to be ghosts, and you guys are ghosts in that. Now, tell us, people want to see what you do, or meet you, or talk to you, or they need you to maybe your service.
Yep. So what we do the real ghost hunts here in multiple locations across Western Pennsylvania. And the best way to find out when we're doing these is to go into our Facebook. You can just search Ghosts and At Paranormal Adventures. And if you don't know how to spell an at, then you're probably not from Pittsburgh, but it's an apostrophe AT in case you need some help. And ghostsandat.com. And, we love bringing people to these historic locations. And we love bringing the people in so they get to see it and help the locations out. We bring them funding and bring people to spots that they may not otherwise visit.
Right.
Historic
Yeah, I didn't know about
locations,
this.
small
Monesson,
businesses,
PA.
exactly. And we've seen people that come on our things come back for other events that the location has. So it's really great, and we literally have heard from some of our locations that we are the reason that they've been able to stay open for the winter, or we're the reason that they've been able to fix the roof, or whatever it may be. So that's always makes us feel really good.
I got to tell you, it was an amazing experience, and the fact that Sereny, tell us, being a complete skeptic,
Of everything,
riding up
not
here
just
saying
ghosts.
absolutely no way, Jim, no way, and now you have to have a little bit. So that's how phenomenal this place is. That's how amazing it is. If you want to visit, you want to get ghosts and that. That's how great it is. That it could take someone who doesn't believe at all, has a little bit of. I'm telling you, I was definitely afraid.
Yeah. Jim was afraid like a week ago when I told him that we were
I
doing
was.
this.
I was afraid
He
driving
hasn't
up.
slept since.
But when I heard a voice, tell me, "You're not funny," I was, "Oh my god." That's scary.
I love that ghost. I want to bring him
God.
everywhere.
Never gonna let me live it down, are you? Jake, what do you think? You believe?
Oh yeah, I believe.
After all that?
Yeah.
100%?
We've experienced a lot of things after a little bit of time.
Well, Jake told me that he's seen a ghost before somewhere
He had
else.
told me before, but today or tonight, it's pretty amazing, wasn't it? What we saw and heard.
Yeah.
That's the first time I ever
Oh, the
heard.
dog, yeah.
The dog went off, but that was the first time I had ever heard anything like a ghost talking or whatever. I'd never heard that. Anything. Have you ever heard?
I've never heard a ghost talking like that.
Not like that. I mean, it knew my name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sort of knew Sereny's name. It almost said it. Just couldn't say it right.
Nobody can say it right.
No, he messed it up. He chopped it
You're
up.
good.
Maybe they're drinking up there a little bit. It's probably fun. But yeah, it's wonderful though.
That was seriously so awesome. Thank you so
We
much.
Yeah,
appreciate
thanks for
it.
coming, guys. And we're glad, like we say, we can never guarantee paranormal activity. We can just try our best. And luckily tonight we had a couple things happen. So
We had some
that was really
talkers.
cool.
Yeah, we had some talkers there, and tough audience too. I tell you, tough crowd, that ghost crowd. Oh man, thank you so much, guys. We appreciate it. It was so much fun. It's Jim Krenn, No Restrictions with Sereny.